I decided to do something I was pretty sure would annoy me. I tracked every single dollar I spent for 30 days, not budgeting, not estimating, not checking my bank app once a week and pretending that counted. I mean, writing it down, every purchase, the moment it happened, the coffee, gas, and the random snacks, subscription, a renewal I forgot existed. Everything I assumed already knew where my money was going because most people think they do. And we have a story in our heads about our spending. Rent is high, groceries are expensive, life costs a lot right now. And technically, that's true. But after about 4 days, I noticed something uncomfortable. Almost none of my spending felt like decisions, it felt like reactions. I wasn't planning purchases, I was solving moments. Hungry equals buying, tired equals convenience, and bored equals scroll and somehow check out. And the scary part was each one felt reasonable by itself. Nothing looked reckless in isolation, but the list didn't die, and patterns they showed up fast. And I paid multiple times to avoid minor inconvenience. I paid to skip 10 minutes. I paid to avoid cooking. I paid to avoid waiting. And I paid to avoid thinking ahead. And when you see it written down, the money isn't the shocking part, it's the repetition. The same type of purchase appearing over and over like a habit, pretending to be a separate event. Week 2 was worse because now I couldn't unknow it. Every time I bought something, I knew I'd had to write it, and which turned spending from automatic into conscious. And suddenly, half the things I normally grabbed weren't worth documenting, not because they were expensive, but because they were pointless. And that's when I realized tracking doesn't control your money. It interrupts the autopilot. The act of recording, forces a tiny pause where your brain asks, "Do I want to see this again later?" And surprisingly, my total spending didn't drop because I tried harder. It dropped because impulse requires invisibility. And once purchases became visible, they had to justify themselves. And by week 3, I could predict my own behavior. Certain days triggered certain spending. Long days meant, convenient food. Errands meant, extra stops. And online time meant digital purchases. I wasn't bad with money. I was predictable with comfort. And week 4, it felt calmer because, the mystery disappeared. Instead of wondering where money went, I watched it moved, and that changed how it felt to spend. Planned purchases felt fine, and repeated reaction purchases felt heavy. And after 30 days, the biggest result wasn't saving a massive amount; it was clarity. I stopped negotiating with myself about whether I had a problem because I could literally see the cycle. Tracking didn't magically make me disciplined. It made my habits obvious enough that discipline required less effort. Because once you see the pattern, you stop arguing with reality, and money stops feeling stressful when it stops being surprised or being surprising at all. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Just a little message I want to deliver today. Have a good day.